See if it
Live
starts.
streaming is on.
All right. It says we are live on the YouTubes. I'm not getting a picture yet. There we go. Now we are live on the YouTubes. And we are live, obviously, on the chamber. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to this week unloaded number 124. Let's see who we got with us tonight. We have Mr. G23. How are you tonight?
Not bad. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, no problem. Next we have Kingpin. How are you tonight?
Yo,
And finally, to this point, we have Mr. Buck Stanley, the gun loving grandpa. How are you tonight?
Doing good, doing good. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, no problem. Let's see, out there on YouTube so far, we have Mr. Ozzy Orsborn, Kingpin out there doing a double job on this. It's Par RX and MKJO. So good evening, gentlemen. And so, what was I getting ready to say? God, I hate when that happens. So my brain just took a major brain fart. Sorry, folks. It's just one of those. It's been one of those kind of days. Kingpin out there saying, "Get your voting fingers ready." Yeah, we do have a bracket on the schedule for tonight. If you saw the title for the show, we're going to be doing a bracket on small form factor firearms. Yeah, so get ready for that when that comes up. And if there's any ties, y'all get to break the tie because right now we only got 4 people in here. But I do have more invites out there, so we're gonna wait a few minutes or so before we start the bracket. Give some more people time to jump in here. Some people may not have gotten home from work yet, or have other things that they were doing, right? So they may not have been able to jump in yet. So we're gonna give them a few more minutes before we start the bracket. So in the meantime, anybody got anything they want to talk about? Any questions out there from the audience? Whatever. Throw something out there and we'll talk about it for the most part. Anybody see any interesting news stories or anything today? Anything along those lines? So I really haven't been paying attention.
Yes, I seen something on the news this morning. I could not believe it. Somebody actually took a hot dog and made a hamburger patty out of it. I, s-
Huh.
I can't remember who did it, but I seen that on the news this morning. Sunday morning news.
Alrighty then. That's definitely special. Oh, here's a headline. I just going through my homepage on my browser. Guns and 1,000 rounds of ammo found near Major League Baseball All-Star venue, sparking fears it could have been a mass shooting. That comes from the Daily Caller.
Yep, a maid turned him in.
say that. What happened again?
Guns and 1,000 rounds of ammo were found near the Major League Baseball All-Star game venue.
Oh, right, okay. Where are they playing the All-Star game at? Colorado?
Yeah, Denver, I believe. Yeah, Denver. Here the article says Denver police found more than a dozen guns and 1,000 rounds of ammo and body armor in a hotel room 2 blocks away from Coors Field Friday night, where the Major League Baseball All-Star game is scheduled to take place on July 13th. That's 2 days from now, for those of you that don't know what day it is. I had to check myself. It's a, and then I got somebody's tweet from it. So, yeah, a tip from a housekeeper employed at the Maven Hotel. The police went and got a search warrant and searched the room on the 8th floor where the firearms, bullets, and body armor were found. 2 vehicles have also been impounded. Yeah, Law enforcement agents expressed their fears that this could have potentially become a Las Vegas-style shooting, as at least one of the two rooms involved is said to have had a balcony that overlooks the downtown area, which could have been a vantage point over the big crowd celebrating the Major League Baseball Midsummer Classic, according to Denver 7. 4 suspects were taken into custody in total on Friday night, including 3 men and 1 woman, according to Denver police. Their identities and charges have been released. Law enforcement agents also said one of the suspects had posted on Facebook that he was going to go out in a big way in reference to his recent divorce, according to the Denver Post. Now, it said that their identities were released. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Richard Platt, 42, who has been charged with possession of a weapon by a previous offender, possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute, and a warrant from another jurisdiction. Jesus Christ. Investigation of possession of a weapon by a previous offender, possession of a controlled substance, and intent to distribute were given to Gabriel Rodriguez, 48, Ricardo Rodriguez, 44, investigation possession of a weapon by a previous offender, and Kanalua Senkawa, 43, possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute, and a warrant from another jurisdiction. So these were all bad actors from the past as well, since they've all had warrants or were previous offenders.
You say G23, the hotel maids turned them in?
Yeah, the hotel maid turned them in.
What were they doing to get turned in?
Apparently, she must have saw the firearms and stuff in the room and said something because of the firearms with the all that ammo and the body armor. So she may have called the police, and if the police found out who was in the room, or she called the management, and management found out, and management was like, "Yo, we got something suspicious here." The police get a warrant, check the room, and they find out these people were previous offenders and stuff. Yeah, and with the All-Star game coming up in the area, I can see why they may be afraid of something going down. But the fact that these people all had prior arrests and stuff, because they were all prohibited people.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking for the video right now. Joe Smith did a video a couple days ago about a guy getting arrested in. Here we go. Guy had, from what the story, I didn't look it up. I just took what Joe Smith said for work. Because he seems like a pretty honest dude.
Yeah.
Uh,
Remember, these people weren't just arrested for possession of the weapons. They also had possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute.
well, yeah, I mean, if that's what I'm saying. If the lady goes in there and sees a bunch of illegal drugs, then yeah, I'd say something about it. But this guy had a pistol and a 308 rifle that he left in his hotel room, I guess, when he went out to do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he was in Chicago. And when he came back, he got knocked off.
Yeah,
So here's Joe Smith's link right there. If you guys want to go check that video out.
yeah, that one's a totally different situation to this.
Well, no, I'm just saying it's
Yeah.
not totally different. The maid ratted on somebody.
Yeah,
And
but the other guy didn't have the drugs and shit though, like what these people did. That's what I mean by it was a different situation.
well, sure, yeah. The one guy is an innocent dude who, whatever, who knows why he had guns with him. Who cares? But he didn't take him out in the street when he left the hotel room.
I think Budget did one Friday night like that, where the guy had all them guns in the room and the maid come in. Is that the one y'all talking about?
That might be the one Kingpin's talking about. This one's a different
Because I think that
situation.
one was in Detroit, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that was in Detroit or somewhere.
The one Joe Smith did, he said it was in Chicago. I'm pretty sure that's what I put the link out there, so it might be in Detroit, but it might be just Chicago. Either way, he did the story because the dude's originally from Iowa.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Chicago.
Yeah. Rich is talking about a gang of people. This dude was by himself.
Yeah, and this happened yesterday. The one in Denver.
Yeah, Joe Smith happened a few days ago.
Yeah, all the tweets and the stories and the press releases and stuff on this one were yesterday, July 10th. And the story that I'm reading on Daily Caller was posted this morning at 10:30, 6 a.m. Are they just a bunch of people out there dealing drugs, or is it like that the police think that they were planning something, especially with the one guy tweeting or putting on his Facebook, rather, that he was going out in a big way after his divorce was finalized? What do you guys think on that one?
What kind of drugs did he have, and
It doesn't say.
how much drugs did he have?
Yeah, it doesn't say. It's enough for him to be charged with intent to distribute, but it doesn't
Yeah,
say
but
what kind.
yeah, but I mean, you could have a pound of weed to get a distribution charge, or you could have a gram of meth.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, they're mainly focusing on the firearms of charges, apparently, the police. So they they might have evidence to show that they were playing something with the All-Star game. I don't know. But that's what they're concentrating their investigation around, is that being a possible motive from the looks of the press release that they put out that has the people's identities and stuff on it. Like I said, it doesn't say how much drugs they had on them or anything like that, or what type. So I can't answer that question from this article.
What'd you get busted doing this time, Rich?
Oh no, not me. Somebody, a group of 4 people in Denver were busted with a bunch of 12 guns, 1,000 rounds of ammo, and a bunch of drugs in a hotel room.
Richard was making moonshine in the bathtub.
So the cops got there before you did?
Well, the maid turned the people in. So.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. How's your day been, Rob?
Hey, Rob.
Hey. Yeah, it's been all right. Sore from work, and it's hoping to go get some more work done, but it's been rain all day. So considering I got a bunch of trees to cut, I just stay home today.
Yeah,
I figured you were getting ready to go drinking against Black Cat.
Yeah, I'm about to say, somebody said that you were challenging Black Cat to a drinking contest or something.
Well, if he was man enough, but I don't think he is. Afraid to get beat by a New Yorker. I can't blame him.
Mm-hmm. Well, hell, if I were going to challenge anybody to the person I'd be afraid to have a drinking contest against is dead. He's been dead for quite a while. That would have been Andre the Giant. I don't know if you caught any of the show last night when we were talking about Andre. That guy would put away 20 bottles of beer in one sitting easy. And according to one account, he'd put away 156 bottles for one night.
Yeah, he was a big guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we were telling Andre. I was telling some Andre stories last night. Because Arn Anderson does a podcast on Saturday mornings, and he was talking. Somehow, the subject of Andre came up, and he was talking about how the one time they went to Waffle House, and the waitress came over, and Andre's like, "I want breakfast." And the waitress says, "Okay." She points to the menu, says, "This is our breakfast menu." He's like, "No, you don't understand. I want all of it." Right? So she takes his order, and then she starts walking away. He's like, No, wait, come here, come back. I changed my mind." He flipped the menu over, which is where the lunch and dinner menu was, too. He said, "I want all this, too." And sure enough, she said that she started bringing the plates, and he was finishing off one plate after another, after another, after another. They started having a crowd gather in the restaurant and outside looking in the windows because they couldn't believe how much this guy was eating. He ate every bit of food they brought him that morning, he said.
I wonder how many toilet bowls he clogged over his lifetime.
Like you said, he was a big guy and he had a big appetite to go with it.
Probably a roll of toilet paper every time he went.
Multiple flushings. Apparently, the way he was talking, that was like normal for a Waffle House because Waffle House was like his favorite restaurant. Because it was one restaurant that Arn said would let him order the whole menu. So other restaurants be like, "Are you sure about that?" Yeah.
If we start talking about Andre the Giant's bathroom habits, I'm leaving.
We're not going into his bathroom. I don't think any of us know his bathroom habits. Anyway, what else we got talking about? Oh, Guns and Barbecue just jumped in.
Howdy.
You tonight?
Not too bad. Getting ready to refinish Model 760 Remington. Figured I'd jump in here before I start on that.
Cool. My wife went and she barbecued up some boneless ribs tonight on the grill, and along with some corn on the cob, and did some rice in the Instapot to go with it. So we had a good little barbecue dinner tonight.
Nice.
Rob probably just had a salad.
Sorry, I was saying bye to folks. Stromboli, actually, from a different place because the place I normally get it was closed. Wasn't bad. Not outstanding. Nothing to write home about, but wasn't bad. Everybody else ate at a birthday party earlier that I didn't go to, so I got it. Quick and easy dinner.
This guy, I tell you, gives Rick all that crap about eating salads, and then as soon as he gets off his show, he's like, salads? I don't know what those are. I'm having strombolis and cheeseburgers.
I'm telling you, man. Every time he says what he's eating for dinner, he's got a steak or pizza or something. You know?
Hey, man, all in moderation. I'd love to have salad tonight. I even told the lady steak and salad, but she was cool with it. But, you know, in order to avoid cooking, and I just did dishes because, yes, I'm a man and man do dishes. So, you know, it's my night. So instead of making a mess or whatever, just order it out, make things easy. Just trying to help out the lady, guys.
Jason must be having computer issues after he said he's running system restore. That's not good.
Sounds more like a cop out, Rob. Like you didn't want to be the one having to redo dishes, even though it would have been you.
Well, tomato, you know.
Uh-huh. Well, Stromboli, I mean, depending on how they make it, it had tomato sauce.
True. And I didn't even dirty a plate.
No, you just ate it right out of the pizza box?
Like a savage.
No, I'm about to say, you savage. You barbarian. I can't really say anything because we had wedgies 2 nights ago, and then for last night for dinner, we just ate the leftover wedgies.
What's wedgies?
It's basically like a stromboli, but instead of like pizza sauce, it's your sub fixings, like the lettuce, tomato, and stuff. But it's done inside the pizza crust.
Okay, so kind of like those finger sandwiches type, something like that.
Well, it's like a stromboli, but it's got it's a sub with that's inside the pizza crust. You don't have wedgies up in New York?
All right, that I'm aware of. But I'm always learning something new. Damn concert yesterday, they had walking tacos. So
What?
apparently it's taco salad on top of a bunch of roaches. So it just walks around in a bowl. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know what it is now. I know what you're talking about.
Something, I don't know, a taco and a small bag of Doritos. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, but when we went to the zoo a few years ago up in Pittsburgh, my daughter got one. I know what you're talking about now.
Like, first thing I was thinking, like, jailhouse burrito or something. I'm like, I want to pay good money for that? Like, what are you, crazy?
Yeah, she got one of those. She said it was good. I don't know. I didn't try it.
Yeah, they're not bad. I mean, for what they are, you get your taco meat, all your taco toppings in there, and then they just take the bag of Doritos and crush it up and throw everything in there.
But hers had tortilla chips. It had those little circle ones.
Yeah, I think around here they call it like a haystack or something. Take Doritos and put it in there and mix it all up. It's pretty good too. I like it.
And my wife makes tacos. If she doesn't get the soft taco shells, since we only have the hard ones, I'll just crush the hard shells up in a bowl and make a taco salad out of it.
Well, I skipped the mystery taco and went for the pulled pork and the cheeseburger.
Good job.
Yeah.
Did you put mayo on it?
No. I did add ketchup and mustard because I figured it was going to be some frozen patty crap burger, and it pretty much was. So, tried to drown out the cheap flavor with the condiments. Although it wasn't cheap.
Yeah, stuff like that normally isn't. Anytime you go to like an amusement park or a zoo or wherever you were at when you were getting that stuff, it's never cheap.
Yeah, Susan Tedeschi concert just south of Syracuse, some apple something orchard place in a field in the middle of nowhere, kind of. So they had the place set up pretty decent, and only thing I didn't care for was, vendors. They stated you can't bring anything in, blah, 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 security, all this crap. They're checking your chairs. You got to have chairs open. You can't have them in a bag because you could be hiding a bag of snacks, I guess, bastards. But then you get in there and everything. They only got very few selections, like literally just, a handful of things that you could buy to eat, and same thing drink wise. So it was kind of pretty shitty. Like they didn't even have, if you're gonna limit what people can bring, at least have some damn choices, something. But it's pretty, that aspect of it I wasn't thrilled with. The rest of it was good.
Yeah, as long as you have fun, I suppose that's what matters.
Yeah, I made it. The lady had fun.
That was one of those situations where you're going just because that's what the wife wanted to do, or the girlfriend wanted to do.
Kinda. I mean, it was Susan Tedeschi, so I don't know if anybody's familiar.
I have no idea who that is.
And her husband, the Trucks Band or whatever, which I've never heard of. Susan Tedeschi, I've heard a few of her songs, which aren't bad. It's kind of like a bluesy rock I don't know. The husband kind of more like a bluesy, in some cases country. So it's a weird mix. It was mainly like bluesy rock, basically. There was another people. There's always somebody that shows up, like pretty well-known people that end up popping around with their tour for some reason. I can't think of the people. I didn't know these other people that were there, but they did a pretty good job as well. So what wasn't bad, honestly. Just I don't know. I would state probably 85, 90% I've never heard once before. So and technically isn't really my taste, some of it, but all in all, like I said, decent performance. Everything went pretty well. So lady was happy, so I was happy. Something to do.
Yeah. It's not too bad. I don't know. Not having heard any of her stuff, I don't know how good she is, but I listen to like blues rock kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, like that I like. It's some of the other stuff, but yeah. Blues is decent. So.
Are we talking like Allman Brothers kind of southern bluesy rock? Are we talking like George Thorogood blues rock? What kind of, what are we talking here?
I don't know. I don't know enough to say, I guess, to give you a type of blues. I always think of like, what's that damn kid? Jeez. Oh, that movie, The Crossroads.
The Ralph Macchio movie?
Little wax on, wax. Yeah, like in that movie, like, I think of that as like kind of like original blues in a sense. I don't know. I don't know what you would call that. Shit, I used to know names nobody knew, but I can't remember nowadays.
Or like Muddy Waters, Robert Johnson, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So it wasn't like that. It was, so I don't know. I can't really describe it, but Google it. There's all types of shit out there. You can find a
Was it more like
clip or something.
Was it kind of like BB King style?
They played a BB King song. Something else too. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, it's similar.
Yeah, there's so much different stuff that falls into that bluesy genre. It's hard. I get what you're saying, man. It's hard to pinpoint an exact something that they would do.
Yeah.
Was it more like Stevie Ray Vaughan?
Like their own thing, you know what I mean? But that's my selection or grouping. I don't know.
You got like Buck said, there's Stevie Ray Vaughan that you can, that's blues rock. You got some ZZ Top's kind of bluesy. You got God, who else? Kenny Wayne Shepherd Band. It's bluesy. Archangels were a bluesy band. There's all kinds. So it's hard to pinpoint somebody sometimes what they would be.
Yeah. People were loving it, though. I'll tell you that much. Most of the crowd going nuts, dancing. Shit. I don't know what's going on with girls today, but I seen quite a few like furry ass armpits yesterday, which is kind of disturbing. But anyway, ladies, I don't know what people are telling you, but you should shave those.
Mm-hmm.
But lots of people having a good time. I mean, shit, I think I got a contact high, man. I was starving. Like, by the time I ate when I got there, and when I left, I was dying for food, man.
Yeah, you may laugh.
Every which way the wind blew, all you were smelling, it was like different weeds or whatever, Oh my God, it was crazy. Like, I swear everybody there was high. Like, just about, you know what I mean? It was amazing. Um, you know, the fact they legalize that shit now, it's just, you got grandma and grandpa next to you pulling shit out. You got people over here pulling shit out. You got these other people keep looking over their shoulder, and poof, here comes a big cloud of smoke coming your way. I was like, holy shit, man. Like, apparently everybody that is a fan of that music, apparently, or 90 some odd percent, apparently like to get high too, because good God, that whole field must have looked like a, you know, like a battle zone. The cloud of smoke rolling out of there.
So it was almost like you were at a Grateful Dead concert.
Pretty much. I tell you, man, I was like getting mean. I was so hungry.
He was out there puffing it up. He's just not saying that he had a big old blunt in his hand.
Nah, it was crazy. I was shocked. Couldn't believe, yeah.
I can believe it. When I've told the story before, but back in '93, it was January '93. My brother and I and his couple of his friends, we went to the Megadeth concert. Man, there were people in front of us were doing coke. They turned around and asked us if we wanted any. So yeah, I can definitely believe in some of the concerts I've been to that yeah, the people were just like lighting up and not giving a shit.
It's shocking. I mean, you know, not shocking, but just, you know, it seemed like literally everybody, like, you know, not just those people over there. It was everywhere. So, I mean, shit, I remember riding in a cab years ago, asked a guy if I could smoke, you know, talking about a cigarette. Guy's like, oh, yeah, sure, yeah. Do you mind if I smoke? I'm like, nah, go ahead. Dude's up there, whips out a crack pipe. We're driving down the road, and he's hitting his glass pipe, and I'm like, what the fuck?
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I'm like, no, man, no.
No, get rid of that.
Like, man, that shit stunk too. I'm like, dude, I can't be smelling like that. Like, holy shit. Yeah, these cab companies are crazy around here.
What the hell are you doing? Oh my god.
Scary times.
Mm-hmm. You never know with people these days, man. You just never know. Guy walking down the street in a business suit and shit, got a briefcase with him, and you think he's a lawyer or some shit, and you open up the briefcase, it'll be full of meth. You never know anymore. I say that because it's actually happened. There was a story on my wife was watching. The hell channel was that? God, America First News or some shit. Guy got arrested. He had a briefcase full of methamphetamine. Like, what the fuck? People are crazy anymore, man. People are crazy anymore. And we lost Rob.
Yeah, he's like, screw this, I'm out of here.
He jumped in, told us his concert story, and then bailed on us. Oh, not there he is. He's back.
Had to go get his doobie.
Yeah, Doobie Brothers are kind of bluesy.
He forgot his zigzags.
And his Colt 45.
Yeah, you get your road clip.
He needs.
Colt 45.
Talking about Rich again.
Come on now, man. Colt 45. Does Rob look like Billy D. Williams? I mean, come on.
Yeah. Mad Dog 2020. Ah.
And the only reason Mad Dog 2020 is because there's nothing cheaper.
Big Bear,
Night
maybe.
Train. Night Train is definitely cheaper.
Never heard of it.
Stay away from it.
Dude, Guns N' Roses did a song about that shit.
The next morning, you're going to feel like you've been hit by a train.
Right?
It tastes like you're drinking gasoline and shit. But if all you're wanting is to get drunk, it'll certainly do the job. MKJO says Wild Irish Rose.
What Boone's, Mr. Boston's, jeez, there was another one there, I think with an S. I can't think. Bunch of cheap liquors, alcohols, all that crap. All that stuff
Boone's
is
Farm?
horrible. Yeah, probably Boone's Farm. There's one. Can't think of the other one with the S there. They had a bunch. St. Ives. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
F. All that's that teenager crap that is just horrible.
Yeah, any of the shit that you pick up at a gas station, that's the stuff you want to avoid. It'll get you drunk, but then you'll be fucking sick as a dog the next day.
You start drinking that shit by yourself, that's when you know you got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
No, I had a buddy that had such a problem. If he could be at a party, and if they ran out of alcohol, he would go and start rummaging through the bathroom and drink all the scope and everything else.
It sounds like my brother. He would go and grab the cooking wine.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, honestly.
It looks like Jason is not going to be joining us. He's still having computer issues.
Excuses.
You can do it from a cell phone. Just launch it through the web browser.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't even need to do that. He can just call the number.
No, because I didn't throw the number out there. I just put out the.
Oh, I didn't. I thought it just automatically made one.
Oh, there is one. I
used-
just never throw it out there in the invites. I just put out the.
Oh, okay. Well, no, when you click the invite from your email, and it brings me to another page, it actually puts the phone number there when I click to launch into here.
Yeah, it never does that when I join up, so I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe because I'm not joining on the phone. I don't know.
probably.
Last time I
think-
called, I got charged $9.99 a minute.
I think you called the wrong thing, Rob.
Oh, shit. Never mind.
I think Nighthawk did away, or Night Strike did away with the phone call. He said he couldn't afford it anymore.
The phone number is still listed when you click the invite people button. Yeah, so you click the little thing that says participants in the bottom, and you click invite somebody. It has the phone number right there at the bottom for dialing. I don't know.
I push that little
G23,
button.
didn't you? Go
I
ahead, Buck.
don't see no phone number up here.
Oh yeah, you're not going to because you're not the host.
Oh, well, be that way then.
Well, you can't invite people unless you send them the link I sent you. So.
It says right here, invite someone.
Who wants a used link?
Hey, you click that and invite somebody, and then it pops up another pop-up that has the link, and then the share meeting and embed this meeting, and then right underneath there it has dial in, and it has a phone number, and then it has a PIN number. I don't know if you see that or not, Buck, but that's what I see when I hit the invite
No,
someone.
as far as I went, sounded too much shit to do.
Too much of a hassle, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. If anybody wants to join, just send Rich an email.
Yeah, I sent out a bunch of emails, and this is what I get. People jumping in. Yeah, Jason sent me 2 different emails that you can't get into his user profile, and it won't start in safe mode. Huh. You may have to do a fresh install of Windows if you can't get the system restore to work up. Now, did you, where's it at? Let me see here. Do you have, if you're still out there, Jason, do you have a Windows disk or a thumb drive that has Windows install on it? Because if you do, you can put that in. You might be able to repair your install of Windows that way. The only problem is you'll have to rebuild everything.
Oh, Jesus, don't rebuild. Just get some Windex and clean the damn thing.
Uh-huh. Well, his Windows, his files and everything will still be there, but he'll have to start over. Basically, it'll fix Windows, but he'll have to set up his browser and shit again. Well, he may not have to set up the browser and stuff, but there's other little things like his Windows settings and stuff he'll have to reconfigure and whatnot. But if Windows Restore won't work, that may have to be the route he has to go with it. Sometimes that happens. It sucks when it does, but that's the nature of the beast.
That's why you do away with Windows and you run Linux.
Linux is worse. You get something to go wrong with Linux, man. There is no support to get in touch with or anything. You gotta rebuild that whole kernel sometimes. Linux can be worse. I don't fuck with Linux anymore for that reason. I got fed up with that shit a long time ago. Oh, he has no factory partition. Holy. Yeah, you're gonna have to have somebody with access to a computer where you can download the Windows installer and make yourself a boot drive out of a thumb disk, a thumb drive, and you may have to reinstall Windows.
Can he just plug his phone into his computer and do it that way?
I don't know if you could do it that way, honestly. When you create a thumb, you have to use a computer to create the thumb drive. So I wouldn't want to use your computer to make a thumb drive. I mean, your cell phone. You don't want to turn that into a thumb drive because when you do, it's going to partition and it might wipe your phone. So you don't want to do that. You want a fresh, clean thumb drive that you can install the Windows installer onto. And then when you plug that into your computer and reboot the computer, it'll start installing Windows. You don't want to use your phone for that.
Oh, man, you just unplug it, kick it, plug it back in.
Yeah, just shoot it with a 12 gauge, get it over with.
Yeah, that not having a factory partition, that sucks because that's why your restore point isn't working. That's where all that shit would be stored. Your system image and that uses to roll back the computer. And if the Windows repair, generally will use that information there too. You still might be able to repair Windows without having to reinstall it, but you're still going to have the Windows installer on the thumb drive.
I'd say repairing a window is really easy. I just go get some packing tape, put it right over the crack, and no air gets in or nothing.
Yeah, wrong kind of window.
See, you guys and all these fancy terms, boot discs and driver thumbs and like what the?
Yeah, it's just how it works, man. It's just how it works.
And just get some Gorilla Glue. That'll take care of it all.
Yeah, there's Jason.
See? He got the packing tape. It worked just fine.
Hi, Jason. Oh, hey, Jason.
Kicked it.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Cool. What a nightmare.
Yeah, I'm guessing you jumped on your phone.
No, I did 2 different system restores to a different date, and it came back and said it failed, said it didn't work. And I just ended up out of that, clicked out and everything, and it restarted the computer and it logged me back in and it said, now your restore point has been successful. And it put me all the way back to like August of 2020. And then I had to re-download Google Chrome. And I was like, oh my God.
Well, at least you don't have to reinstall Windows or go through the repair process on Windows, because that would reset worse than what you just did. So
Yeah, well, I don't know what happened when I turn it on and off. I clicked on like my name at the beginning, when it starts up, and it
Yeah.
said, failed to load, user profile or something like that.
yeah, it sounds like something got screwed up in your boot software or the boot sequence on that on your account. So if it says the restore point worked and you're able to get in, you should be all right, because when it rolls back, it deletes any changes that would have made that would have caused that. So if it works, you should be okay.
I just hope I didn't lose all my good porn, man.
I'll say it sounds like you got a virus from the pornies.
I knew it. I
Hey,
knew it.
hey, don't worry about the
Tell
point.
us-
I think Joe Biden got it for you saved.
I think
Tell
Night
us the
Strike
truth,
done
viewer.
something.
You tell us the truth. You were on some Italian porn site trying to get bootleg Beretta parts, right?
I was trying to get European parts mailed here, man.
Mm-hmm. I knew it.
Don't answer that. It's a trap, Jason.
It's a trap.
Quick, get to the chopper now. Not sure why I felt like doing a Schwarzenegger impression, but you're welcome.
I don't know.
I'll be back.
Here's a question for everybody. Do you think that Admiral Akbar is embarrassed to be from the same planet as Lori Lightfoot?
Who's the first person we're talking about?
Admiral Akbar, Return of the Jedi. You know,
Okay, the big like fish-headed dude with the white turtleneck.
yeah.
What about him? He married Lori Lightfoot.
No, I said, is he embarrassed to be from the same planet as Lori Lightfoot?
Well, you can't be embarrassed of family.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
You've never seen Return of the Jedi?
Maybe. I don't know.
Look, Rich, let me explain. Most of us have seen Return of the Jedi. Most of us know who Admiral Akbar is. Nobody knows what planet he's from.
Well, you don't have to know what planet he's from to be just to get that he would be embarrassed that Lori Lightfoot's from the same planet.
I've seen Beetlejuice.
Lori Lightfoot looks like the Beetlejuice from Howard Stern.
Matter of fact, I watched Beetlejuice last night on
I've seen
TV.
I still think she looks like Admiral Akbar personally. But, but then so does Beetlejuice from Howard Stern. So I mean,
I like Galaxy Quest with Tim Allen. Never give up. Never surrender.
Alright, so we're ready to do this thing.
Now you're talking about the bracket. Kingpin wants to jump into the bracket. What's going
Oh,
on?
snap.
I've been ready to do it for an hour and 45 minutes now.
Here I
That's
was
because you
getting
were the
ready
first one to jump in here tonight.
I've been ready to do it for an hour and 35 minutes then.
I was getting ready to jump out and start bluing this receiver and barrel, but I think I might stick around now.
Well, you only need your ears for the chat and your
That's
voice.
true.
So you can use your eyes and your hands for the rifle.
I like how I said use your eyes.
Well, I
I
mean,
know.
I'm
I was
sure,
gonna say, that's
I'm sure
not
you're
weird.
going to look at it. I'm sure you're not going to sit there with your eyes shut and do it. So,
Yeah, you never know.
well, he can still see a little bit. He's going to hold it
A
up
little
to
bit.
make sure he's doing it right.
With this, say it's pretty straightforward. You slap the bluing on there, let it sit, wipe it off with really cold water, and just keep repeating. Yeah,
All right.
honestly, you probably could do it completely blind, no problem.
Patriot sanded down and stained all kinds of rifles and built cabinets and all kinds of stuff on his channel.
Yep.
All right,
Tell
you
you a
guys.
secret. These supposedly blind guys, they got no problem seeing the waitress. But I'll be damned if they see the bill.
Uh huh. You guys seeing the bracket?
It may be selective scene.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okey doke. So what we got here is
Failure to communicate.
alrighty. God damn it! What the hell was his name? Struther Martin wannabe there. I think I can do it. We got us a little bracket here of small form factor handguns. Basically, your P365s and Smith & Wesson Shields, Hellcats, Walther, PPSs, that kind of stuff. So we're going to decide tonight, once and for all, which is the best one.
That's a question.
It's a question that nobody's asked but needs an answer. I guess I don't know. It's
Anything
something
Anything that doesn't have the name Glock or Springfield? Did I just win Jeopardy?
no.
Ah,
But there are things on the list with the name Glock and Springfield. So
Hey, do we have a thing in here where we can call somebody for help if we need it? A lifeline?
no, there's no lifelines. This isn't Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. No phone or phone.
you sure we can't do that? Because that might be kind of interesting. Call Rick up and be like, Rick, need your help here. So we got a choice of a 380 EZ or a Glock 43. What do you think?
Easy. It's on toast.
What the fuck are you calling me with a question like that for? And then he hang up.
Exactly. That's why I was like, this
Like, how the fuck did you get my phone number?
All right, let's do this.
All right. The first box we have Smith & Wesson Shield and Shield Plus versus the Springfield Hellcat. And since he was in here first, we will start with G23.
Hellcat.
Going with the Springfield. Kingpin.
Shield.
Buck.
Going with the shield.
All right. Guns and Barbecue.
I'm going to go with the Shield because I love America and 2A.
Rob.
Definitely the Shield. And the hell with G23, the rotten bastard.
Jason, you still there? I can see him. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'll go with the Smith and Wesson.
All right. So yeah, that makes it official. G23 is the only communist in here.
Damn Glock guys.
Uh-huh. And next, we got the Glock 42 versus the CZ P10S. And we start with Kingpin this time.
Just a quick programming note. Obnoxious has to make a statement. He says, if anyone says Springfield, I'm going to personally punch them in the dick. Just to make sure everybody's aware of that stuff.
All right,
All right.
G23's getting punched
Oh,
in the dick.
we got to have this on our live stream.
So what are we on, a Glock and a CZ?
Yeah.
Is that a question? Are you being serious? Are you
Well,
guys
we-
poking me or something?
Well, we got a Glock guy in here, so we got to answer the question.
CZ, of course.
Buck,
CZ.
Guns and Barbecue.
What's the Glock 42? I'm not familiar with that one.
That's the little 381.
Okay, say I felt like asking that just to waste time. Like I was actually going to put some thought into this. No, definitely the CZ.
That 42 is one step down from the 43.
Yeah, that's what I figured, but I wasn't sure. I was like, oh,
That's the one that Clover likes to carry and says he feels perfectly adequate being armed with one. So.
he must be packing.
Mm-hmm. Rob?
I was trying to take a peek at the CZ10. Yeah, definitely. I'll probably go with the CZ.
Right. Jason?
I'm not really sure what a Cock 24 is, so I better just go with the CZ. I know that's a good pistol.
All right. G23?
CZ.
What?
He didn't want to get beat up over the like he did the last bracket.
I'm already getting punched in the leader once.
Nope. I just am not a fond person of the 42.
I just add that you got a bigger sight radius with the CZP 10S. The grip seems a little bigger, both squared off triggers, and you also have front serrations with the CZ. So longer sight radius, maybe easier use. Just looks like a better choice.
Alrighty. Next, we get to the granddaddies of the little small form factor pistols. We got the Walther PPK versus the Colt 1903 Pocket Hammerless. Without these two guns, we may not have all these little things that are floating around now. They, like you could say, they started the craze. So let's see who. Let me go back over here to my other tab so I can see who we got on the list. So Buck, out of those two, which one would you pick?
The Walther.
All right. Guns and Barbecue?
I won't lie, this one's actually really tough for me. Crap. Yeah, I'm gonna say Colt just because Buck said the Walther already, just to keep it 1-1.
All right. Rob?
The Walter. Yeah. Respect the other one, but they just look ugly to me.
Jason?
Man, I'm going to go with the Colt 1903 Pocket Hammerless.
Oh.
G23?
You damn commies.
Colt. Merca.
Now he says that after voting for Springfield.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what Springfield did.
He's not voting for the Nazi gun. Kingpin?
If we're going with historical, I'd go with the Colt. But if we're going with a gun that I'd go out and buy now as like a regular gun to carry around or whatever, I think the Walther's a better gun now. But I don't know. Depends on what we're talking about. Are we talking about historical reference or what right now?
Just whichever one you think's better.
Walther.
Ooh, so I got to break the tie on this one. Right? Everybody's already voted. Hmm. Yeah, you got James Bond and you got John Moses Browning. I think I'm gonna have to go with the Colt, honestly.
Wow, I was honestly expecting the Walther to take this one.
Obnoxious says if you're picking the PPK, you've never fired one.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where I was at. I'm not familiar. I know both of these guns exist, but I'm not familiar with them enough to know any better. So I just went with what I thought was right.
Yeah, I have fired both of those guns, and both of those, if you get them in 32, they're both really smooth shooters. You get the PPK and the 380, that one could be a little on the snappier side. You get the 1903 version in, which is actually the 1908 in the 380, and that gun's still a smooth shooting gun. So that's what I eventually went through with, in real quick in my head was which one did I have more fun shooting, and it was the 1903. So that's why I picked the 1903 myself. But they're in 32 ACP. They're both fun guns to shoot. The Walther, once you get that in 380, is not quite as much fun to shoot as the Colt.
Well, the guy that got the cool car and the hot chick used a Walter.
Yes, but he didn't want to. He was forced to. He wanted to keep his Beretta.
But he still got the car and the hot chick.
But he didn't get the gun he wanted.
Pick your battles.
He's still a pussy from England, man.
Depends on what version of Bond we're talking about. Because if you're talking Connery, he's from Scotland.
And ain't won a war by themselves in 200 years.
That's not true either.
Suppose you got something negative to say about the Aston Martin too, huh?
Pussy car, man.
You get a jar of peanut butter when you buy a PPK.
I don't know.
Sounds kinky.
Obnoxious said you got a jar of peanut butter. You got
It's German. They might send you peanut butter with it. I don't know.
That's pretty cool. I mean, peanut butter is a pretty good snack. You know, I said me buy a gun and go to the range, and you already got a snack with you.
Mm-hmm.
But Obnoxious isn't telling us he also got a beagle when he got that jar of peanut butter.
He says James Bond never shot 357 SIG, so he's a pussy. There was hold on. There is a movie where James Bond used a 357 Magnum, and there was another movie where he used a 44 Magnum. And the guy could drive around a T-55 Soviet tank. So, if you want to talk about going big border, you don't get much bigger of a bore than a T-55. So, anyway, moving on to the next one. We have a battle of two Smith & Wessons. You got the Smith & Wesson Shield EZ, take your pick, either 380 or 9mm. And that is going against the Smith & Wesson Model 640, which is a snub-nose hammerless 357 Magnum. So, I believe we go to Rob this time to start first. Let me check my list here. Nope, we go Guns and Barbecue. So,
say, is this a real question? Because, I mean, if you don't pick the revolver, you're a woman. We're definitely going with the 640.
Okay, Rob?
I picked the easy.
Rob's having a heart attack because they're both Smith & Wessons.
No, it's just he's in a conundrum that he really wants to say easy, But after Guns and Barbecue challenged his manhood, he's like, "Do I go with the EZ still?"
Okay, I'm
I'm sorry.
carrying
I
an easy
said
right
I
now.
picked the easy.
Okay.
I can't believe you didn't go with stainless. My gosh, chose the
I
black
got
gun.
I have an easy on my hip right now, so I'm just throwing it out there. Jason,
Oh man, I gotta go with the 357, man.
What I'm talking about, Jason?
right? G23.
Six
Fucking
forty.
plastic gun.
What one did you say? G23. Sorry.
640.
Okay. Kingpin,
Easy.
Buck,
640.
all right. 640 moves on. I would have, if it would have came to a tie, I would have had to pick the easy because I own one. I don't own the 640. I'm not a fan of snub noses.
I just love revolvers.
That's the most racist thing I ever heard, man. Shouldn't say that about people.
Hey, they can't help how their nose was when they were born.
Goddamn Pinocchio pistols.
Pinocchio, leave Fauci out of this, man. This is one thing Fauci has nothing to do with. And for those of you who don't know, we have definitively proved on this show in the past that Anthony Fauci is Pinocchio. So next, we have the Sig Sauer P365 family of pistols, the 365, the 365X, and the 365XL, going against the Walther PPS, which is probably the pistol that started the modern craze in the small pistols. Just by a hair over the Smith & Wesson Shield, but they did have theirs out first. Who do we start with this time? Rob, it's your turn to go first.
It was the Walther versus what?
The P365.
I'll go with the SIG this time.
Okay. Jason?
You know, I love Walther so much, man. And, they just have all that European history to them. I just think they're fascinating. But I'm going to have to go with the SIGs on this one.
G23?
Unfortunately, I got to vote with Rob and say 365.
Kingpin?
Based on not shooting the PPS and only taking the 365 to the range one time, I'm very not impressed with the P365. So I'm going to vote for the Walther.
Buck?
That's easy. 365.
Guns and Barbecue?
I'm gonna have to go with the 365,
All right.
mainly because I don't have any experience with the PPS at all.
Love how my keyboard just took
Yeah,
still.
too many threes there, Rich.
Yeah, I know. My keyboard, like, the 3 is extremely touchy. It likes to duplicate. So now we got the Ruger Max 9 versus the Taurus G3C. Jason, you're up.
Okay, is the Ruger Max 9 the brand new gun they got?
Yes, it's the brand new one.
Man, I just got to guess on this one because I'm really not a fan of Taurus Glock make-believe look-off pistols, and I really don't know anything about the Ruger Max 9, but I'll go ahead and give Ruger the benefit of the doubt.
Alrighty. G23.
I haven't shot either one of them, but the Ruger does feel good in your hand. So I'm gonna say the Ruger Max 9.
Kingpin?
Well, I hear a lot of good things about the G3, but it's still a polymer Taurus gun. The Ruger LC and EC and all that kind of crap, they all suck bad. The Ruger Security 9 is not bad. I took that to the range today. And the SR series, they're pretty decent. I took one of those to the range today. So I'm going to go ahead and just give Ruger the benefit of the doubt on this one.
Buck?
I own a G3. I also own a Ruger. I think I'm about to go with Ruger Max 9.
Right. Rob? Oh, wait, Guns and Barbecue, excuse me.
I'm really trying not to go full fanboy here, because I haven't got to shoot either one. I've gotten to shoot the G2C, really enjoyed that.
Basically
But
the same thing with a different trigger.
yeah, so I'm still going to go full Ruger fanboy like I am and have to vote for the Ruger.
All right. Rob?
I haven't shot either. Not 100% thrilled on necessarily the look to either of them. But due to the finishes and stuff, I'd probably have to go with the Ruger myself.
If I would have got a vote, I actually would have went with the Taurus because I have shot that and I own the G2C. But Ruger moves on. All right. What am I doing? I don't know if I move that. I'm screwing up my bracket here. There we go.
So, Rich, out of curiosity, do you have a small SIG like the P938 or anything on here?
No, it's mostly going to be the polymer guns, except for the PPK and the Colt
Gotcha.
and the revolvers. I mean, there were so many that I could have put on this list. I'm like trying to come up with what ones I'm going to put on there, you know.
Yep.
So next, we have the Glock 43 versus the Smith & Wesson 642. And G23, you're first.
Well, the 43X is nice. The 43 not so much. So if you had the X up there also, like you did with all the others, I would probably say that. But since you don't, I'm gonna have to say the 642.
Yeah, I didn't put the G43X because technically that's not the same firearm. Whereas the P365 all the way up to the 365 XL, those are just like frame swaps. It's not, the Glock is a totally different gun. It just uses the 43 number for some reason. But yeah, that's why I didn't put the X with the 43. Some people may have. I didn't think it fit. You know what I mean? So you're going 642?
Yep.
Okay. Kingpin?
What's the thing? Which Glock is this?
Small 9mm, basically the same thing as the 42, just a little bit bigger. Shoots 9mm.
Is that like the newest one that they came out with?
No, this has been around for a while.
I don't know. I don't like those gutter sights and those revolvers. I like revolvers, but not those. And Glock is terrible. If I was gonna have to buy one, I'd probably buy the 642. But I think you probably have a better shooting experience with the Glock. But I'm gonna vote for the Smith & Wesson.
Okay. Buck?
I'm like to go with the Glock.
All right. Guns and Barbecue?
Oh, definitely the revolver again. 642 all the way. And if anybody is interested, Patriot in the Dark actually has a video on his channel of a 442. It's just the blued version instead of the stainless.
Mm-hmm. Rob?
Sorry, had to wait for the phone to flip to hit the button. Oh, man. Now, is this like, what do we choose as the better gun, or what we would actually carry between the two?
In my way of thinking, it would be this. Both of those would be the same thing. So you're going to carry whatever you think's the better, right?
Yeah, so you're going to carry the one that you think's the lesser gun?
It's kind of just an all-around choice. You know, so you're going to take into consideration, would you carry it? Would it be a range gun? Would it be a collectible gun? Just anything that would make you, these are the only two guns in the store and you got to buy one of them.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Don't choke on it. Say the 43 like you want to.
I almost voted for the 43. I mean, it was like a smidge away from me voting for the Glock.
It's, how many rounds does that 43 hold?
7, doesn't it?
7 or 8, yeah.
8 plus 1.
Okay.
Oh, is it? Then why'd they make the X?
Because the X holds 10.
Yeah,
10,
but
10 plus 1.
you're getting 2
And
rounds in the mag.
If you put the shield arms mag in there, you can do 15 plus 1.
It doesn't matter how many rounds the Glock holds; it's already killed your taste.
Mm-hmm. So you're talking about 8 plus 1
That's
of
Smith
9
and Wesson.
millimeter.
I'll go with the Smith and Wesson.
All right. Jason?
Oh man, that Smith, man, that's the air weight, man.
Yeah.
And I think it doesn't have a Hillary hole on it. All right. So
It depends. Some do and some don't.
I mean, great little ankle gun right there, man. Classic. It's gonna work every time. Plus P rated. Man, you gotta go with the Smith & Wesson.
All right. So Smith & Wesson moves on.
I actually just helped a fellow blind shooter down by Philadelphia area get one of those. None of his local shops would order them in. I was like, my shop will. So I hooked him up with them, and he got a 642 with rosewood grips, and they ordered it for him and shipped it down to his FFL down there. Gorgeous gun.
All right. Now, I don't know if Kingpin has any experience with these next two guns, but he goes first. It'll be the Canik TP9 Elite SC versus the Taurus GX4, and yes, that is the new one they just came out with.
Yeah, I looked them both up, and just by going on what I could see from the quick internet search, I'd vote for the Taurus on this one.
Okay. Buck?
Simple. I'm going for the Canik.
Yeah, those Canics have a really nice trigger on them. Guns on Barbecue?
So I don't have any personal experience with either one of these. So I'm going to just go with a real off-base reason for picking it. And I think Brazil has prettier women, so I'm going to go with the Taurus.
Those aren't real women.
Yeah, some of them, the Brazil is the highest producer of a certain kind of really degenerate porn that involves people that may or may not be women.
It's a fielder's choice.
Yeah, exactly.
I say I haven't seen that porn, so
These are the things you learn when you're taking a psychology class in college, and you gotta analyze the effects of pornography on Western civilization. Anyway, next, Rob.
Well, I don't have experience with either of them either, but I would say the Taurus is no, it's not American.
But neither one of them are.
But they have a
Neither
headquarters
is
in Miami.
That Taurus ain't made in Miami or
No,
Tennessee or something.
Georgia. Georgia's where their plant is. I believe they're still being made in Brazil. They may have, but I could be wrong on that. But I think they're still made in Brazil.
the
I think right now-
GX4 is made in America so that
Is it?
it doesn't have to have a safety on there.
Okay, that one is made in the Georgia plant because I know a short time ago they were still only doing customer service in their Georgia plant.
I completely forgot that they got a Georgia plant. So I'm really glad I went with the Taurus now.
I'm taking a Taurus then.
Okay, Jason.
Boy, I'm gonna have to go with the Canic on this because I think it's a better pistol.
G23.
Taurus.
Okay, GX4 moves on. I would have went with the Canic myself because the triggers on those things are just so good.
What color purses do y'all carry with y'all?
Hey,
I try and make my
Depends what shoes we're wearing.
Half leather, half lace.
I try and coordinate my purse to match the color of my follower of my magazine.
Uh-huh.
And why's it got to be a purse? It can't be a clutch.
Well, that is a type of purse. I mean, you can be technical about it.
I don't carry a purse. My boyfriend carries my stuff for me.
Here, hold this, boy.
Jeez, Jason, you old slave owner
Got a
on
little-
us here. I mean,
Yeah, they got a little dark.
Oh, see, that's you getting racist. I didn't mean nothing racist about it. I wasn't calling like boy, offensive.
I'm not
I was calling boy as in referencing as you, boy.
How's that new mountain bike? Because you're doing a whole lot of backpedaling.
Yeah, I know, right?
Now, if I wanted to be racist, I'd just say it.
Okay, I think we better move on before we get ourselves in more trouble. Buck.
that midnight sent out his links.
Oh,
Well, what'd I do this time?
Shield or CZ-P10S?
CZ.
All right. Guns and barbecue.
Oh. Shield.
All right. Rob.
Shield.
Jason.
Oh no. Maybe if you'd hold my stuff, homie, we could. All right, man. I'll go with. I'll have to go with the CZ on this one, man.
All right. G23.
I really hate both of these. So I guess I'm going to go with the Shield, lesser of two evils.
Kingpin.
Pretty tough. I do like the Shield quite a bit, and I do like the CZ. I've got more experience with the Shield, so in this case, I'm going to have to go with the gun that I have and vote for the Shield on this one.
All right. Shield wins, I believe. If my count's right. So, am I right? Yeah.
Definitely.
If the Shield wins, I know Rob paid everybody off.
Well, if it would have came down to a tiebreaker, I was going to go with the P10S. I have the P10C. Basically, this is the compact version of, or the subcompact version, I should say, because the P10C is the compact, which is why it's C. S is subcompact. CZ did it real nice and easy. They put S for subcompact, C for compact, and F for full size. But yeah, that P10C is just a sweet ass shooter. I would have had to have gone with the P10 S on that one. But anyway, I digress because didn't have to have a tiebreaker vote. So next we have the Colt 1903 versus the Smith & Wesson 640. And we start with Guns and Barbecue this time, I believe.
Smith 640.
All right. Rob?
I'll go with the Smith.
Jason?
Oh, I got to go with the Colt 1903, man. 32 ACP. That's a beautiful gun. Plus, you could buy like 3 or 4 of those 640s for the price of that Colt.
This is true. G23?
Colt.
Kingpin?
I don't like those little revolvers, so I'm going to go with the Colt.
Ooh.
Buck?
I'm going to stick with the 640.
Ooh, we are tied. Ooh. I'm still going to say I'm not a fan of the snubbies, so I'm going to go with the Colt on this one. If it
That
were
was
a
a tough
Colt,
one.
if it were a Colt revolver, I would have went with the Smith & Wesson, but it's not a Colt revolver, so I'm going to go with the 1903. So we got one semifinal set up. Let's get the other one taken care of. We got the
Rick.
P365 versus the Ruger Max 9. And who goes first? Guns and Barbecue, I believe.
I just went first.
Oh, you just went first? Okay,
Me,
Rob. Yeah, okay.
Ruger.
Interesting. Jason?
Huh. Well, I guess it's just purely a guess. I'll have to go with the SIG just because of popularity on this one. The Ruger's just too new and just don't know much about it. So it'll be SIG.
G23?
Ruger.
Kingpin?
The Max 9 basically looks exactly like the compact version of the Security 9. So I think they just changed the name of the gun. So I'm going to go with the Ruger on this one.
Buck?
365.
Guns and Barbecue.
This is again another tough choice for me because I really do like the 365 XL, but then
That's
the
on
fanboy in me is just screaming Ruger. I have to go fanboy on this one again and go with the Ruger.
Yeah, that's the wrong choice. The right answer was the P365. It kicks the shit out of that Ruger. I fired both. I don't like the Ruger at all. But the Ruger moves on.
Your opinion's always welcome here, Barbecue.
Oh, he's not the only one that said the wrong answer.
Hey, at least I was honest. I was like, I'm going full fanboy on this one. I love my Rugers. I'll admit it. You could cover it in dog shit. I'll probably still choose the Ruger over most
By the
other
way,
things.
the audience is firmly in the pocket of P365.
Yeah, I also really like the 365 SAS.
Now I got to address something real quick because I didn't have the YouTube comments pulled up until just now. Obnoxious says that I'm upset that the Shield won. No, because I actually own a Shield as well, so that I just prefer the P10 over the Shield, but I own both of them, so I wasn't really upset about that one.
You can't listen to that damn audience anyway. You know they're crazy if they're watching this.
Talking about touching people's wieners and stuff if they choose Springfield.
So where are we at here? Oh yeah, we're at the Smith & Wesson 642 versus the GX4. Jason, which one?
Oh man, it's gonna be a good final. I'm gonna go with the Smith & Wesson.
Alrighty. G23.
GX4.
Kingpin.
Taurus.
Buck.
Smith and Weston.
Guns and Barbecue.
Oh, definitely the Smith.
Rob.
I'll take the Taurus.
What?
Well, you'll see who's moving
Not a
on.
revolver guy.
I thought you were a Smith guy, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife had a 642. I hated the thing. So, again, I'm not a fan of snub-nosed revolvers.
Oh, God. Did a Taurus really just take down a
Yes, it
classic
did.
like the 6? Oh,
I'm not. Like I said, my wife had one. I hated it.
I might go
hated that
vomit.
gun.
You might have to excuse me for a second. I might go vomit. Like, if it was a fellow Smith & Wesson or something that took it down, I'd at least be accepting. But,
That's what you get for voting for goddamn Ruger Max 9.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally
You
different.
tell him, Buck. You tell him. It's revenge, bitch.
Just a quick programming though. The audience is furious with us. they definitely do not think that this worked out the way it should.
They do not like the fact that Ruger beat the P365 at all.
Hashtag not my bracket is going to trend.
Hey,
today.
guys, I
And
did
it's
not.
all,
I just
we
want
can
to.
all blame Guns and Barbecue for
I
it,
just
too.
want to
I'll
go on
take
the
the-
record. I did not pick the Ruger. Don't blame my channel. Blame the blind
no,
guy.
you're
The
already
scripted wrestling show.
I
Rich, they
had
hit you early in the chat with the way you set the thing up in the first place, dude. So you're already marked.
It's your bracket.
You're not
We're
helping,
just the
Kingpin.
one having to facilitate it.
You know, I thought for sure the P365 if it came up against the Ruger, but no, we got people that don't know anything about guns on this panel. Apparently.
I was going to say, because Kingpin brought up the EC9S earlier, and he's like, it's garbage. I actually have the EC9S. I really enjoy that gun. I mean, for what it is. I mean, if you compare it to some other things, it's like, yeah, this gun sucks. But for a $225 gun, it's actually really good.
I think that they just really the biggest problem I have with that series of guns is I think they could have did better. I think they just slapped something together and sold it to people, and I think it was kind of like afterthought for them. They could have did a lot better.
So what's next on this communist list that just got rid of all the revolvers?
What in the
Let's dump the rest of the gas on this dumpster.
what in the absolute fuck is going on in this?
We got people that don't know guns, man.
Thank God, we got some
we got
voice of
people that
reason
don't know guns.
I can't even. Mine won't even load up the screen. I've got nothing but squiggly lines on here. I can't see shit. I was perfectly happy just sitting out there. It's not feeding back through my headphones. This is
Yeah, the chamber sucks. We know.
the chamber sucks. I came on to the chamber, something I swore I'd never ever do again, because you guys have fucked this so bad that I couldn't, in good conscience, sit out there and watch this travesty of justice continue to happen.
Yeah. I mean, you had the GX4 beat the Canic in the first round.
No, you just take that GX4 back out of there. You can change this bracket and do some justice and put that Canic back in there. Take that Ruger Max 9 out of there. Put the P365 in there.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I'll let you go with the
Shield
Shield EZ, because that's something that should be carried on.
Yeah, I thought the semifinal was going to be the Canic versus.
No, I'm
the
telling you
Mac
that
9.
you need to change this
I mean,
right now.
against the
You need to make an
P365.
executive decision and correct this travesty of justice that has happened in this bracket.
Oh, I'm with you, man.
For the sake of the community.
Yeah,
Just
the
out of
people-
decency.
Yeah,
you
the
veto
whole
these
right
decisions,
side of
I'm gonna
that
call you
bracket
Tom
is
Wolf.
wrong at this point.
The whole bracket is wrong at this point.
I don't know. The Colt 1903 is a damn good gun.
Yeah, in your final here, you have one gun that costs $1,500, and you got 3 others that you could buy all of them and still have money left over for $1,500. So
Yeah,
Well,
and you
that one
toss
that's-
all of them to get the P365 and the Canic.
Well, that's like I said, that should be the semifinal on the right hand side, but we got people in here that don't understand firearms.
It's a travesty. It's a travesty of justice.
Somebody in here is a damn Ruger fan.
You should all be
I'm
ashamed of
saying.
yourselves.
Yeah, I know. We got a Ruger, an admitted Ruger fanboy in here.
Well, I'm in the chat now, so you need to go back and retally the votes.
I'm just picking what I'd carry.
You need to go back and retally the votes.
So you want your first vote there? You guess what? I don't think it's gonna. We would. It wouldn't. I don't think your vote would have changed the first round, man. Because there was only two. There was only one of us that picked or maybe 2 of us that picked the Canic. Everybody else picked the Taurus. The Taurus still would have won.
What is wrong with you people? It's a travesty of justice. I won't be a part of this any longer.
I picked the Canic. I have taste.
Yeah, you and I think are the only two that picked the Canic, Jason.
I won't be a party to this any longer.
I'd be damn rich.
You guys can have your crappy guns. I'm leaving because I can't see what's going on
did you say,
anyway.
Buck?
So I'm
Hold
going
on.
back to the chat.
What did
I
you say,
picked
Buck?
that Canic.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yeah.
so not just your vote would have mattered
Well, then
for the
put the
first
Canic.
round. Yeah, we're making an executive decision here.
And
All right, Tom Wolf.
and I know it would have changed the P365 as well.
Yeah, it would have. So we're gonna go with that.
And it probably would have given you the CZP10S as well.
So the Canic's there. Yep. We're gonna fix.
And just for a quick reference, there's the other 12 people in the chat feel exactly the way Obnoxious does.
That's okay. Even if the Canic makes it to the end now and it goes against the field or something, I'm still voting for whatever's against the Canic because communism just happened.
No, it's a fair vote. He got it. He got his vote in.
No, that was like pulling out a bunch of ballots from under the table.
It's like Dominion machine up in
This
here.
is just like November, man.
I
You
never
got
said.
you got
I never
certain
said-
results all the way up to the very last minute.
I
and
never
everything's
said a
different.
time.
And then the voice of reason came in and told you all that you're horrible people.
Hey,
Yeah,
Rick,
see,
you got
we did it for our own
365.
This bracket was not going the way I was looking at it to be going. To be perfect.
Did anybody ID the Orange Man for Orange Man ID?
Do you really think this is not me?
What's that? What's that semi truck full of ballots doing showing up after we're all supposed to go home?
Yeah, we need voter ID here.
This
got
is
your
the way this
voter ID
bracket
right
should have
here.
looked like. Yeah, this is the way this bracket should have looked like going
Hey,
into
hey,
the
Rich.
semifinal.
Rich, I
Yeah.
know you like your 365, but you got 3 of them right there in the block.
Yeah, I know.
That's the way it should be.
I did that intentionally, Buck.
That's the way it should be. That Ruger Max 9 and Taurus G3C shouldn't even have been in there.
Oh, big money. Big money.
Should have had a P938 on here.
Oh, now Gary's in here, so I guess we gotta give Gary his votes.
Done did it now.
So
He's got no Beretta 84s or nothing. I mean, geez.
like
Well,
I
you
said, I
get
only
the
had
365 where it belongs. You get the Canic where it belongs. Uh,
Democrats.
He's mostly clear. Don't you take that back.
I'll go with the CZ, I guess. I've never shot a CZ, but I got a Glock 42, but I realize you people don't know what the word Glock is. So. Still wondering about this Colt 1903. What the hell?
If the Colt doesn't win at this point, I'm gonna rage quit.
You know anybody that owns that gun?
Yeah, actually, I did.
I know about 100 that own the Shield EZ.
You can
Well,
still,
yeah,
you can
because
still buy the Colt.
the Shield
Yep.
Easy's what $400 and the Colt's $1,600.
Yeah, well, the EZ didn't even make it to the Colt. They picked the 357 snub nose over the EZ. So
It wouldn't have if I'd have been there.
yeah, well, what would Obi-Wan have picked in that one?
What, the easy versus the snub nose?
Are we redoing the whole bracket now?
Well, that's
I
the only
demand a
one that-
recount.
We're
That's the only one
counting
that
the
they have
mail-in
left.
ballots.
Yeah, we got to come in the mail-in ballots. Yeah,
I would have taken the Colt over the PPK because the PPK is fucking brutal. If you've never fired one of those things at 380, that is brutal, and it jams all the time. It's worse than a 1911.
yeah. If you're going with 32 ACP, the Walther PPK is a nice gun. You go with 380, that thing sucks. Whereas the Colt's good in 32 or 380.
So the Colt is a 380.
No, that Colt there's a 32. A 1908 is a
the
380.
1908 is the 380, but they're the exact same.
So we've
handgun.
got the Colt in the second round here, and then we've got to go with the easy versus the 640.
Yeah.
What about the cool cars and chicks?
That's nobody cares about the cool cars and chicks. You never fired that gun.
Damn it! It's part of the package.
Yeah, well, if you want to go with what Bond did, Bond didn't want the PPK. He wanted to keep his Beretta.
Well, there you go. No
And
blame
he was
him.
happy.
Fine.
And he was
But I'm
happy
keeping
when
the car.
he was happy when they replaced the PPK with the Smith and Wesson Asp.
So you got the easy, and that's the easy is only in 380, right?
They also have a 9mm.
Yeah, oh, they do have a 9mm on
They
that.
do now.
But
Yeah.
it actually addressed an issue for people.
Yes.
Whereas the 640 is just a snub nose 357 that's going to beat you up. Not quite as bad as PPK, but it's going to beat you up.
Yeah, it's going to beat you up. It's going to hurt the people that the EZ was designed for.
I would probably go with the EZ because that was actually designed for a reason.
So what did the Ruger Max 9 say to the Smith & Wesson EZ?
Nothing. Neither one of them can talk.
I don't recall.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah, but the EZ is also sold more.
Well, yeah, it's been around for how many years now?
It's sold more since the Max 9 came out.
Again, it's established. Until people can get familiar with the Max 9.
And
It's
there are
not even
people
a fair
that don't like
comparison.
them that are saying the Max 9 is not as good as what it's cracked up to be. But if you go
Which
and
is
watch
possible.
the reviews on it, so
That joke was below the belt, uncalled for.
All right, so now we've got the EZ versus the Colt. You're talking 9mm versus 32. What's the pocket hammerless hold like? 2 rounds
no, it holds 8.
in 32.
Yeah. And G23 has rage quit.
Mm-hmm. He was actually probably just afraid I was actually going to be able to punch him in the dick through the internet. That's not how this works, dude.
Well, you did threaten.
He voted for Springfield.
Obnoxious.
Never Springfield.
Yeah, I know. The Shield should have won on unanimously against that Springfield, but you know.
But G23 gets to go first and fucks it up right from the get-go.
Well, he's a Glock guy in California.
He set the pace for this whole bracket by I can vote in Springfield very first choice.
Yeah, right. It's like, whoa, wait, what? The very first vote, he said Springfield.
Hold up, Guns and Barbecue. We ain't trying to put the blame on G23. You still in trouble for voting for that damn Ruger.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's got you there, man. I mean, come on. And by the way, Ozzy says if you carry a certain gun to get chicks, you should just stay home.
That's why I carry 44 Magnum. They just look at me and go, "Oh yeah, he's got a small penis. That's why he's got such a big gun." And I'm like, "Yeah, see," and they just go away from me anyways. I'm like, all right. Once again, not picking up chicks. I don't care because I got a 44 Magnum.
Well, it's not just the chicks; it's the cool car.
I don't get to drive anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I can, but it ends badly for everybody involved.
They're screaming and running. All right, what are we doing now?
Okay, so we got CZP-10S versus Colt 1903. And Kingpin, you get the first vote.
Well, in honor of G23, I am gonna protest, but I am gonna vote just to keep the show going on and vote for the CZP-10C under protest.
Well, the P10C is not on the list, but
The CZ.
I was gonna say I will make an executive decision and change that to the S from the C. Buck,
CZ.
Guns and Barbecue,
Colt.
Ruger.
Rob,
CZ.
Jason,
John Browning, man. Come on. I mean, is this even a question?
Obi,
CZ.
and Gary.
CZ.
All right.
Fucking Czechoslovakia. That's the same goddamn thing as Russia right there.
No, because some of those are made in the U.S. too.
Didn't you watch Stripes?
And the U.S., that's the same as Russia.
Yeah, P10S is made in the U.S., man. Buck, P365 or the Canic? You there, Buck?
Damn, you would have to put me first. Oh, man. Damn, I like them both. Oh, man. I'm going to have to go with Canic.
All right.
I think it has a little bit better trigger.
Guns and Barbecue?
Ruger Red Hawk.
Did you say Ruger Red Hawk? That's not even a combat.
Pretty sure he did. Ruger Alaskan.
That doesn't even fit the category, man.
365.
I'm gonna go with the Wild West Guns co-pilot.
Rob?
Which one is cheaper?
The Chevy.
Canic by a few bucks.
Right, Canic.
Jason?
Oh man, I don't know. I hate to be a turkey, but I guess I'll go with the Sig.
That is made in the United States. Obi?
Well, now see, the Canic is a very nice gun, and it's optic ready. Has a fantastic trigger on it, but it's twice the size of the P365, which also has a decent trigger on it, which also is optic ready, and which came with a revolutionary magazine on it. So I'm going to go with the P365.
Gary?
365.
Now we got a semifinal that's looking pretty good here.
Damn sick fanboys.
Wait a second. Hold up. Wait. This is a travesty of justice right here. What was the final tally on this?
That's the final tally because my vote would have been P365 as well.
How many votes did P365 get?
The what are we? The Canic got 2. The 365 got the rest.
You know, you skipped me, right?
Did I?
Yeah. You told me specifically.
Oh yeah, you were at the end.
Voting is Wednesday the 4th. You told me that.
Go ahead, Kingpin. No, go ahead. I forgot you. You're right.
And it's at the library, not at the school.
And he already closed the poll.
Man.
Well, the Kingpin's vote's not going to change it. But
Bring an ID.
I'd probably go with the Canic on this one.
Yeah. I mean, but the Canic's a damn good gun, but my vote still would have went for the P365, which still would have gave the P365 the win. So it would have been a 2-vote winner. If I had have voted, it would have tied it, and then we would have had to send it to the audience. But I don't own the Canic. I do own the P365. That's what affected my decision. The Canic is a really nice gun, though. So now we got the CZ versus the P365. And Ruger Boy goes first.
So since we just went full communism and pulled out all the ballots from under the table after everybody left and everything, I'm going to use my write-in and say Ruger SP 101.
Denied. No write-in ballots, sorry.
I'm still voting Ruger SP 101.
Your vote just won't count.
Just to stick with this whole Ruger theme that I've got going tonight.
I'm voting for Hugo Chavez and Saddam Hussein. I'm taking names and everybody who doesn't. Just to let you know, I'm marking everybody's name down that doesn't.
Sarge is asking who Obi was fighting with. Everybody who didn't vote for the P365 and Mechanic.
Everybody who voted wrong.
Which is everybody that voted against the P365 and Mechanic. Up until the semifinal, anyway.
And the CZ.
Yeah, and the CZ. Okay.
We're in distress.
Well, I don't know. The CZ, the Shield versus the CZ, that's a good battle there. I mean, I didn't have a problem with that one. But somebody actually voted for the Springfield.
You're going to hurt his feeling. He's already rage quit. He's probably left the chat now, too.
He's probably done deleted his channel and everything, man.
Probably unsubscribed. Did he tell you? Those are the fun ones when they tell you.
So we got the Ruger boy here voting for a Ruger that's not on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Typical bracket behavior.
Uh-huh. Rob, what about you?
Do it right, and Rob, do it.
I don't even remember what the choice is right now.
The CZ, P10S, and the P365.
CZ.
Jason?
I'll go with the CZ because it kind of looks like an improved version of Beretta APX, so I'll go with it.
Obi?
Is the CZ the same size as the Canic?
They're about the same size, yeah.
Yeah, then I'm going to go with 365. Same reasons.
All right. Gary?
365.
Kingpin?
I'm gonna actually go with the CZ on this one.
Buck?
Ain't no question. 365.
All right. I have the P10C, not the P10S. I have the P365. I like both guns. But because I own the P365 and not the S, I'm going to go with the 365.
So who's the
How
winner?
much is Sig paying you?
They sent him 8 rounds of 9mm. So
Apparently
like $1,000.
More than Colton Smith and Wesson are paying him.
What was the final tally?
As soon as it got off track, he called him back up, and now the whole thing's been taken over.
The final tally was me casting the final vote. Your vote didn't matter because you didn't even vote for something that was on the list. you did a write-in.
I think we need a runoff election, man.
It was 3-4.
Do we gotta be orange enough for this?
Oh wait, hold on. It was 3-4. So if I vote for the CZ, then it's a tie.
You already voted.
You already voted. Your vote.
Yeah, but I'm changing my vote. just like
No,
everybody
you
else,
can't
just
do
to
that.
bracket.
Once it's over, you can't change your vote. See, they
But it
never
was
got
already
the
over.
vote.
We went back rounds.
They-
Those rounds were over.
They didn't have a vote at all.
No, they should have been in here.
No.
They should have been in here. Polling places were closed.
No, they weren't.
No, they
Their
weren't.
vote,
Yeah.
their vote was
Polling
still on.
places were still open. That's how I
Yep.
was able to walk in.
I always wonder how things might have been.
The
if,
idea.
It's because you guys did
Ballot wouldn't
early
change.
voting.
Yeah, you early voted. He voted on time. You early voted.
Thought that orange guy died like 2 years ago.
Yeah, that 365 and that Canic, that was a hard choice there.
Let's say Gizer Gary and Obi come in here like they're Philadelphia and Pittsburgh and Pennsylvania. Wait. We got all our numbers.
No.
How'd you
I'm
screw
gonna-
the state by friggin' 500,000 votes?
It's more like Detroit and Atlanta.
I'm going to get me one of those 1903s, and I swear I'll never let any of you guys shoot it.
Whoa. I voted for the 1903.
Okay, you can shoot it, but
Okay.
bring your own ammo.
Obviously, I'll bring my own ammo. I'm not going to be that much of a dick.
I voted for it once, so you can at least let me hold it.
I guess that's the least I could do. Might be the least you could do, too.
Hey, on that 1903, I think Guns and Barbecue voted Ruger.
No, I
Ruger
voted
Max
for the
9.
1903.
I just wanted to
Ruger.
vote for the 365.
Honestly, if it would have come between those two, I probably would have voted the 1903 on that one.
You know, if you put all these in a fire, which one do you think will melt first?
Oh, definitely the Colt.
Sam 12 Adam 6 Temple.
Oh shit! No use calling the law, man. I mean, damn.
I just wanted to get in my
That
vote
is
for
wrong.
P365.
Sarge cast another vote, so P365 gets another one.
All right, I'm going back to work. See you.
All right, later.
Here we are complaining that we don't get to see the ballots getting counted or anything, so they call in the fuzz to make sure we stay back.
No fraud here, folks. Nothing to look at.
Kicked out of the room.
I'm glad it
People
was
have
Sarge,
spoken.
man. I was so relieved and stuff. I thought somebody really called the popo, man. Making up stories about me,
It has
man.
gotten
Trying to get me in
serious.
trouble.
Wait, you know,
shit.
the best part of this. This is still not as convoluted as some of the brackets that Matt has had on his show.
It's a good thing
True
you didn't
story.
get charged with disorderly conduct, Rich.
Rabble rousing.
Disorderly bracket conduct.
I don't know. I thought it was funny.
Now we're gonna have to go storm the YouTube headquarters on August 6th
Disturbing
For
the
what?
peace.
because the
They
election
got
was
free
rigged.
food or something.
No, it was all rigged. Now we gotta go storming YouTube headquarters. I'd say Rich's house, but I'm afraid we get shot.
Tune in next week where we decide America's favorite condiments.
Oh, Mayo's gonna win. And
Mayonnaise. Definitely mayonnaise.
Advertise a free party at his address, and when he's done shooting all the people that show up, and reload, then he can get in.
They were coming in through the window.
Poured in like cheese pudding.
Man,
It's coming right for us.
Oh man, you're
I'm
gonna
not sure what the
keep
hell
in
cheese
sick
pudding
with
is. That
cheese.
sounds disgusting.
Oh, cheese pudding. No, that's what my kids used to call nacho cheese. They used to call it cheese
Oh,
pudding.
okay. Let's say I'm not a fan of pudding, so
What?
ugh. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
Only
like
pudding?
chocolate. I don't really like chocolate. I don't like pudding at all. Any hot beverages I don't like. Yeah, you guys can just start really hating on me now.
Are you-
and sweet tea
So what
is
what
made by the
particular
devil.
brand of communist are you?
yeah, right.
Man, chocolate jello pudding, man. It's
Oh,
a gift
that's
from the
another-
gods.
You said another one there, Jason. Jello. I don't like Jello.
What?
That's un-American.
No pudding or Jello.
You are going to starve to death when you get to the nursing home. That's all I got to say.
I know, right?
I like
I
mashed
hope you
potatoes.
never have to go into the hospital.
See, he missed the whole story with the cheese pudding last night because he has to cork the wrestling show with his barbecue show. So
Yep.
But, yeah, my kids, any of the canned cheese sauces or cheese dips, like the Fritos or the canned or like the Rico's nacho cheese, that kind of stuff. When they were little, they called it cheese pudding because it looked like cheese. To them, it looked like pudding coming out of the can. So
Which
they
I can
thought it was
understand.
pudding. Huh?
I could understand that one, and that would be like the only pudding I would like then. Nacho cheese is delicious.
Eat it straight from the
How
can.
come nobody has nachos anymore? The last
Want
couple
some
of events
nachos.
I've been to, I've been searching for nachos, and they just don't have them.
Because they make walking tacos now.
That's bullshit.
It must be a New York thing. They got nachos around here when you go places.
Ugh. Times are getting hard.
Or a pimp.
Pimping ain't easy.
exactly what kind of salad is nachos?
Ain't easy
Taco
being
salad.
cheesy.
Nachos with vegetables is a taco salad.
Sounds good.
That's kind of a chip salad, salsa and the cheese, some veggies in there.
And I know somebody orders nachos Bel Grande all the time, but then says they don't want nothing on it but meat and cheese.
It's about right.
Just gotta have jalapenos on there.
Well, Pat jumped in finally. Are you here to protest the vote too, or?
No, I just think it's hilarious because, wow, I've never seen things go one way, then the other, then back the other way.
Have you never watched?
This is like November. Holy crap.
That's
Yeah, have you
politics
never
for
watched
you.
Never Enough Ammo when he has a bracket on there? This was tame.
No, I just thought it was hilarious.
Hashtag change my vote.
Well, like hashtags, this is Congress.
Matt, Matt has literally on his had people protest so much he completely changed the bracket. Not just changed votes because somebody came in late and he let their votes count. He literally would change selections on the bracket from the first round onward and revote the entire thing all over again because people were bitching so bad.
We should have followed his lead.
Mm-hmm. That actually would have been a good idea.
Should have put some real guns on here.
For the
Just saying,
record, my
next week we're
family
doing
was threatened if I didn't take the Taurus over the
Next week
Smith and Wesson.
Next week we're going to be doing rifles.
Obnoxious. How come your circle's not orange?
Because I haven't updated my Gravatar email.
Told you the idea.
Not one officer size 1911.
Yeah, you ever heard of Combat Commander, Rich?
Well, the good news next week, 25 TCM is going to win the ammo bracket.
Hey, to be honest with you,
17 HMR is the runner
the
up.
1903 barely qualified.
There you go. Is that better?
Oh, there we go. I just thought when it had like 01 on there, if it was orange, it'd like remind me of the Dukes of
Yeah, I
Hazzard.
don't think you get to pick your colors.
And what's wrong with the 17 HMR?
This is 2021. You can pick whatever you want.
As long as
If
it's
you
not
want to be
22
female, you can be
TCM.
female.
Oh, if it were 22 TCM, Sarge would be here in a heartbeat voting for it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't assume my caliber.
We don't have to. You said you carry a 44.
That's true. Well, sometimes I carry 45. I rotate
Stare down the barrel of it.
Feel like there's a story with that.
It's more of a song.
Oh, I didn't even pick up on it. I'm sorry.
If DJ,
I mean,
was here, he'd
it's
tell
kind of
you all
a
about it.
story. It's a story set to music.
Yeah. Well, there's one about a 44 too. You know.
Yeah, Bubba shot the jukebox.
No, that's not the one I was thinking.
Or yeah, no, he.
I was thinking about
Bubba
somebody
got
dancing with
a
Linda Lou.
Jukebox. Yep.
Yep, 45. Or the
In order
79.
to shelter in place.
He was cutting a rug at a place called Jugs with a girl named Linda Lou. When in walked a man with a gun in his hand, and he was looking for you know who.
Who was he looking for?
I believe it would have been Ronnie Van Zant.
Oh, never heard
Said,
of her.
hey there, fella, with your hair colored yellow.
What you trying to prove? Yeah.
Yeah.
What about a pair of 45s? Opened my eyes. She was 5'9", beautiful, tall.
Oh, yeah. Y'all mentioned one. And I'm staring down the barrel of a 45.
I think that's where Obi was going.
But,
Climbing to the top of some 44s.
bad Leroy Brown had a 32 gun in his pocket for fun.
It's probably a Colt pocket hammerless.
Yeah, it probably was. Considering the time period.
Micro pistol.
It could have been a Walther PPK.
Everyone was pointing their fingers.
Notice that songs people don't sing about 9mm.
Vanilla Ice does.
Well,
I wish that name was never uttered again.
so does Rich.
Good thing we're not in a moving Jeep.
I'm literally trying to think if there's any gun that mentions 9mm specifically, and I can't think of a damn one.
There's about a million rap songs that talk all about it.
What, 9mm?
Yeah.
Wasn't there one from NWA Tech 9 or something like that?
I don't know. I don't listen to rap really, so
Yep.
that's why I don't know. I'm like, I don't know.
What's NWA stand for?
No way
no,
around.
No,
Way
that
around.
stands for a channel strike if one of us says it.
Stands for no way around.
Don't have an attitude.
Rob can say it.
I can say the last two parts, not the
No,
first one.
I mean, Rob can
only
say it,
half
but
of
it's still going to get Rich channel strike.
Yeah, and Rob can
Bonus
only
points
say
if
half.
you can name them all.
Rob can only say half of it anyway.
Yeah, nobody get brave.
It ain't about being brave. Not here to get anybody a channel strike.
From a figurative speech, literally.
Yeah, this chat went in some weird directions.
Yeah, I don't think G23 likes us anymore.
I don't know.
He could have stayed and defended his position.
Well, like you said, he took it too seriously. Good lord.
Personally, I thought the whole thing was hilarious.
That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to just be fun.
I thought it was quite difficult, actually.
There was a couple of choices on there that was kind of, yeah. You know, granted, I haven't fired everything that was up on the bracket, but there was a couple that was like, you know what, I really do like that gun, but I've just never shot it before, so I just don't know.
You know,
Yeah, the early poll results were kind of sketchy. It's a good thing things straightened out by the time the votes came.
Yeah, if this was a real election, I wouldn't even voted for half them people.
I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this after the first round. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, where did this go wrong?
When you made the bracket
strike on here,
When you let D23 vote Springfield first thing.
That should have been your
Springfield.
first clue.
It was like, oh my god, really?
I think Opie's a little bit closer. Probably Wednesday when you decided you were going to do a bracket for this night.
No, I actually just decided to do a bracket like an hour and a half before we went live.
Well, there you go. That's when it went wrong.
Rich, you got any of them?
That's the exact point in time.
Rich, you got any of those stickers that say "I voted"? They say
No.
"I voted for nothing."
No, I do not.
He'll mail it to you with your ballot.
You'll come wash that little purple spot off the tip of your finger, like they give you over in Iraq when you vote.
Well, I didn't vote in the primary, but I did vote in the general election. That's all that counts.
I wasn't orange enough for this vote.
Yeah.
I gave all my votes to some Somali guy that stopped at my house.
Starvin Marvin?
Was he also a prince? He was just trying to get his $10 million into the country.
Yeah, I talked to him in the email just a few minutes ago.
Oh, Prince died.
He told me I got to wait a couple more days. That's all right.
Did you say Prince died?
Yeah. Again.
A decade ago.
He died a second time? My God.
Wasn't a decade ago.
I guess he had his foot half in the door. I mean, half his foot in the door.
Got a warning to shelter in place.
What?
Damn rain and floods, I guess.
Oh,
third
nice.
warning tonight.
Oh, I thought that was just because you live in a crappy neighborhood.
I thought maybe a nuclear power plant was gonna.
Shots fired.
That makes getting around a little difficult, so I'm sure criminals will take advantage of that.
You mean the same criminals who are gonna obey gun laws?
Damn it, you beat me to
Probably.
Those are the exact criminals.
Yeah.
I really appreciate those criminals. And when they're kind enough to obey the laws, so my life isn't put upon by politicians. I really appreciate that shit.
Yeah, the guy that stole my car yesterday gave me a ride to work, and when he brought it back, it had a full tank of gas.
Wow, people in Baltimore are getting nicer.
Hey, he didn't even shoot me or nothing.
Damn. Did he at least stab you?
I thought so, but he was like, "Hey, man, I'm a little bit busy here. I don't really feel like getting your blood all over my clothes right now. I got a job interview. I'm going to be applying for NASA. George Kirby was going to be the guy, but I'm going to take his place now."
Did he offer a reach around after all that? I mean, that's pretty damn generous.
No, he slept with my girlfriend later that night.
Oh man, he's a swell dude.
Putting in the work so you don't have to.
Yeah, the ball game was on. I was busy.
Sports ball.
Getting a little rough up in here.
How can you look at me when I'm talking to you?
Damn it! I said no eye contact.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Hung out with a guy once after work, drinking some beers and shit. Ended up like telling his wife to flash me. It was weird. And then by the end of the night, he was like, "Oh, sneak into bed with her, blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I gotta go, man."
That's probably a good choice.
So yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah,
Go to work
it
at
was
6.
getting
You'll wake
weird.
me up.
Yeah. And of course, at work, he's like, "Hey, man, we're cool, right? You ain't gonna like tell anybody." I'm like, "Nah, that's cool, man."
I've always wanted to tell you, man, my wife's been pissed at you ever since then.
Yeah, you got something wrong with making people happy, Rob? Jesus
There is a
Christ.
90%
I don't
chance
know.
he was going to be cupping
She
your
was
balls by the end of the night if you'd done that.
She was nice too. She was good looking and everything, but it was some weird shit. I mean, I don't want to get into details, but it's just something wasn't right with that situation.
Yeah, I probably would have.
Besides the obvious. A lot of weird people out there.
Yeah, sometimes you got to work together.
I don't believe it.
They probably would have been if you'd gone in there.
Yeah, I know. Help me move this, Rob. You grab one end, I'll grab the other.
Rob would have got in there. The guy would have been like, "Hey, you're part of that wrestling chat. So we're gonna do this WWE style. I'm gonna tag you in when I'm done. All right? Wait for the hot tag, man."
You probably said, by the way, man, what you got? 365 or a Ruger?
Oh, I'm a Ruger guy all day long.
It could have
Never
been
mind,
worse. It could have
honey.
been a tornado match.
Never mind, honey. He's one of them.
Yeah, these goofy Ruger fanboys, I mean, I'll tell you what.
Well, it's funny. This happened a long time ago.
Get
I
your
seen
Glock
this
away
couple
from my
not too
wife.
long ago, like a year or so ago. Like they're still together, happy family, everything. So it's kind of just a strange thing, I guess.
He'd tell you, hey, we need to hook up again one of these days.
Some people are into that lifestyle.
If you can't be with the one you love, love the one you're with.
Or let somebody else do it.
Only woman I ever loved was my girlfriend's sister.
So you guys never had an experience like that?
No, because I don't say no.
At least the man's honest.
Can't say that I have, Rob.
A couple times I didn't even wait to be asked.
Shit, I've said no, man. Shit, you got to be careful nowadays. But yeah, shit. Time this chick, man, lights her off. She pulled her pants off, and like the room changed. The smell. I was like, hell no!
Get the hell away from me!
Like, she was cute, like all innocent. Look, something died down there, man. Like it was dead. I just killed it. She was embarrassed as hell and everything. It was, hey man. Sometimes you gotta say no. You better say no.
I'd just like to say that I've been proud to be a part of this show, and this was a really great show. But I don't lie, so I'll just say goodnight, everybody.
Have a good night, Kingpin.
Night, Kingpin.
Everybody have a good night.
Good night.
Okay, Rob.
Later, Kingpin.
Rob, about the time you started in on that story, I walked back into the living room and my wife and my daughter were playing a board game. I had to plug my speaker and turn around and go back out.
I'm sorry.
I was like, oh shit, no, she doesn't need to hear that. She doesn't need to hear that.
In case anyone was wondering, Rich's chat is not safe for work.
No, it never is. Jason still hit it. He just put a gas mask on.
Hey man, real life is the funniest shit, man.
Yes, it is. No doubt about it.
Roll the window back up. You're letting the stank out.
Why my shirt stank though?
Boy, this chat went sideways in hell over. It's been sideways. Who the hell am I?
Like, you know, it's got to be bad. Like, you know, God.
Why are all these cats waiting outside the door?
They think it's the tuna factory.
Like shit, I think she's. I don't even know, but I hope that girl went to see a doctor.
Way you talking, Rob, is probably a little bit too late.
It sounds like it done died already.
She might have died. I don't know. She was alive when I last seen her.
She's running a bakery now.
Plenty of yeast on
She's probably on the PTA.
She was still warm when I touched her.
Wouldn't have to buy yeast.
That's a great catfishing buddy right there, let me tell you.
Just
Throw
find
her
a different hole to fish in.
And throw her in, and you don't need bait. You just attract the fish to her.
Just dunk her in the water a couple times, they'll come to the surface.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good thing I turned around and walked out of that room.
Shit, I thought you guys would have some good ones, but I was just joking about those.
Are you sure, Rob?
Mm-hmm.
Here come the cats.
There's a damn cat. It heard tuna? Really? Where? Is that your cat, Buck? Or whose cat is that?
That's probably my cat. He's
Rob's neighbor.
He's walking around
All my
yelling his
cats are
damn fool head
outside.
off.
Look at Rob behind you again. Anyway, well, fellas, I suppose I got a long day ahead of me, so I think I'm going to hang her up for the night. So
Yeah, I gotta get ready to wrap this up too, because I gotta
Take it easy, Pat.
got a meeting at the bank in the morning.
See you, Pat.
Later. All right,
See you
yep,
later, Pat.
Yeah.
Yep, y'all have a good one. We will catch you later.
Yep. Catch you later, Pat.
Yeah. I just looked outside and saw 3 of my friends and half a pet store waiting.
So, yeah, like I was saying, I gotta start wrapping this up. Just gotta go to the bank early in the morning tomorrow. So, Buck, you anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Thanks for the invite. It was a really great show tonight.
No problem. You're welcome anytime. What about you, Guns and Barbecue?
I learned that Rich White does not like Biden, but tactics to rig an election, Rich does support.
Hey, this isn't Gary's show, man. We don't do the What I Learned segment. That's gimmick infringement.
Yeah, it is.
Trying to get me in trouble here, I tell you.
Comes a copyright claim.
The guy that ripped off the Daily Gun Show after G stopped doing it, I was like, I'll just do my own. Screw it. Gimmick infringement. Come on. Did I just get who we lose?
Pat. That was Pat.
Oh.
It's just
Pat. Thanks for the invite.
How would you see that?
He heard
it makes a noise. Honestly, I thought Rich booted me. I'm like, what, did I get kicked? And I was like, what? See, you know, all everybody's avatars is like, what the hell?
You got to do a hell of a lot worse than vote for Ruger to get kicked out, okay?
Yeah, if you'd have voted for Springfield, we'd have kicked your ass out of here.
No. G23 was allowed to stay after voting.
No, you just come in and make the guy that voted for Springfield to rage quit.
Yeah. What about you, Rob? Anything you want to say before we get out of this madhouse?
Thanks for having me. Obviously, it was all rigged. Should have been the Smith and Wesson, but you know, big orange pharma comes in here, and you know, between the chicken and the orange, it's over. But no, I appreciate the invite. It was fun. Eat a salad, and I'll catch you next time.
Alrighty. What about you, Jason?
Tuna helper's better if you stir it up a little bit.
Alrighty.
That was overstirred.
I told you, Jason would have hit it. He would just wear a gas mask.
It's like a pate, probably.
After a few minutes, you get used to it. It's okay.
Once you get past the smell, you got it licked.
That's right.
I can't believe we're still alive, man.
Careful. One slip of the tongue, you're in deep shit.
Alrighty then. What about you, Obi? Anything you want to plug or anything? Before we
No, I don't even want to be associated with this chat anymore. Thanks for having me in. I'm sorry I drove off G23. You should have taken it so seriously. I've told you people before, if you're taking me seriously, you're you're out of line.
Yeah, these brackets are never meant to be taken serious. If you take the bracket serious, you got a major problem. It's just the way it is, man. But you,
I'm
Gary?
very rarely serious, and it's mostly about my 2A rights. So, other than that, don't take me seriously. It's not worth it. You're just going to upset yourself. Or I'm going to upset you. One or the other. But at least we got the bracket straightened out. So there's that.
Work was accomplished. So. What about you, Gary? Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Well, I just want to say America has spoken and the process worked just like it's supposed to. You needed more orange in this chat. And of course, my chicken is also orange. So, yeah, orange classes up the joint quite a bit, I do have to say. Yeah, thanks for having me. Watch my stuff. And have fun.
Well, hopefully people had some fun tonight, other than the Glock guy, but you know. Can't please everybody, right?
Can't please everyone, so you gotta please yourself.
That's right. So on that,
You'll go blind.
If Jason had done that, he'd be a lot less near death.
Shoot your eye out, kid.
Hell, I'd do a snake if you held its head and watched for the game warden.
Wow.
Alrighty, on that note, we'll bid you all adieu for this week. Be sure to catch next week's show because
Are we still?
What?
I said, are we still live?
Yes.
No.
Let's say the communists were apparently tapping my mic and using ransomware to make sure I couldn't be able to out them, but I can prove that we were invaded by communists.
I thought you were going to say the communists were making you vote for Ruger.
No. This was a hostile takeover by communists because China is communist and orange chicken is a Chinese dish.
Yeah, but it's good.
Still taken over by communists, and I was just able to prove it.
Now, the orange chicken you get here in the United States is more of an American thing. Most Chinese food you get in the United States is American. Very little of it's actually Chinese.
That's because the Chinese don't eat.
No, they don't. They really don't. But
And
anyway.
besides that, it kind of looked like an AR, not an AK around his neck.
Anyway, we are out of here for this week. We will catch you all next week and on various shows during the course of the week. Have a good night, folks.
See ya.
See ya, everybody.
See you on the range.
I'm 2 aider than you.
Put it on the
It's
card.
a calf rope.
I ain't got no tagline.
Next week we're doing ammo.
What are you, a couple rope suckers?
Need any help with that, buddy?
Let me tell you about this other girl.
Thank God we're done.